targeting gift cards, what you need to know, and how you can spot the scam before your money is gone. Eating whatever you want this holiday season could be dangerous for those with diabetes and high blood pressure. We'll tell you about some healthy alternatives that you and your family can enjoy. And more than 4,000 military service members are heading home for the holidays today. Katrina Weber is standing by at the airport for a status report on Operation Block Leave. As we head to break, TransGuide and the continuing stacking of traffic on westbound 90 out near Couples due to a fatality incident in the overnight hours. We've been monitoring this all hour long, and that continues into our next one.
Good morning. Rise and shine at 6 a.m. Looking out there with live cam this morning, 61 degrees, so not cold at all for your Thursday morning.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Rise and shine. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 21st of December.
Thanks for starting your morning with us. But before we get to weather, we want to check in with RJ because things have been a mess on Highway 90.
Yeah, guys. So now we're looking at a different camera here, a little bit further closer, or a little bit closer to downtown. US 90 westbound there at Couples Road. You can see that now we have traffic backing up all the way over here because of a crash much further west there at 90 westbound at Southwest 36th Street. So we'll kind of go back and forth, see if we could find one of our other cameras there. Yeah, this is the big one right here. So again, we go from Couples Road to General McMullen. You could see we have just a sea of brake lights right now. Reported fatal crash earlier this morning around 2:30. All westbound lanes of 90 at 36th Street have been shut down for the moment as officials continue to investigate, again, what was reported as a fatal crash overnight. A driver reportedly crashed into a work convoy there much further south there at Southwest 36th Street. So let's see what this looks like on our maps right now. And you can see that now we're seeing these delays all the way back past General McMullen to Couples Road. So again, we've been saying throughout our 5 o'clock hour that if you want to exit Couples Road, that might have been the best option. But at this point now, we'll see if we could find some other alternate routes and see if we could get you around this area. But again, this is a kind of a mess. We were talking about earlier going off of the General McMullen exit up to Castroville Road past 151. So again, we are shut down past Southwest 36th Street. Now, if you go all the way on the access road, the next entrance is going to be over there by South Callahan Road. So yeah, guys, significant mess out here. US 90 at General McMullen. We're going to continue to follow this and give you more updates as they become available to us. Sarah, how are things looking outside right now?
Yeah, little dampened spots, although in San Antonio things are dry. We're really just seeing some areas of fog around San Antonio. But you go up to the hill country, areas of rain for New Braunfels, Seguin, and up toward Kyle and toward Austin as well. Here's a look at the picture outside right now. Ceilings are lowering, which means the cloud deck is lowering, which means fog is getting slightly worse out there. Visibility now down to 7 miles at the airport, down to 2.5 up in Boerne. Now, as you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast for the day, patchy fog and mist this morning will be at 64 at 10. By noon, 66. It's going to be mainly a cloudy day with perhaps a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Chance of rain is low, about 30%, until tonight when we start to see rain become more common later on this evening. So if you have evening plans, bring the rain jacket and the umbrella with you. We'll have daily morning fog and drizzle in the coming days with some generally damp conditions through Sunday, passing rain showers here and there, and a cool front in the mix, which is going to set up a lovely, cool Christmas day. It'll just be a little on the windy side. Those details get you ready for the holiday coming up in just a bit. Mark.
Thank you, Sarah. Never mind the malls. Some of the longest holiday lines right now are at San Antonio's airport. Today is one of the busiest air travel days of the Christmas season as thousands of members of the U.S. military head home.
Our Katrina Weber is live at the airport. And Katrina, how's it been going so far?
Well, honestly, when I got here, I had my doubts, but it has been going stunningly. I mean, these lines have really been moving fast and emptying out. This is quite busy compared to a normal day at this time, but you should have seen what it was like before. And in fact, let me show you the video from earlier this morning when we got here. Just people everywhere the eye could see. A lot of them in uniform, as you'll notice in the video. Now, we are in the middle of what they call the holiday block leave. 4,000 military members during these 4 days are heading home for the holidays. This today is the height of that block leave. People going home for the first time in many cases. Many of these military members are new and they've been in training. And so this is their first opportunity to go home and see their families. A lot of other people with the same objective in mind, also going to see family and friends in time for Christmas. People, for the most part, have been patient. They've gone through these lines and they've gotten where they're going. I talked to a few of them. They said that things have been moving quickly. But we did see a couple of little tempers flare, but that's understandable. It's a very stressful time of year. But overall, very smoothly going in this airport. Reporting live at San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. For everybody else, let's look at the misery map this morning. And what they've clicked on right there is a few delays affecting Dallas to LAX. Houston is also seeing some delays right now up to Denver. But the biggest travel trouble spots right now have been on the West Coast. LAX led the way with delays this morning, but now it's Chicago O'Hare, Fort Lauderdale, and New York JFK. But nationwide, only 40 delays as of 6 o'clock this morning. On to other news. Medina County Sheriff's investigators warning drivers to be on alert for random shootings coming from a moving vehicle. Investigators say there have been at least 11 reports of incidents that started around November 27th. Now they're working to track down a suspect vehicle. Police say the shooter is using some sort of air rifle or BB gun. The shootings have so far been in the Natalia, Lacoste, and Castroville area.
Fear that it's some kind of a TikTok trend or something, because they've had these before. And I guess my message to them is, if you think this is fun and games, you're not going to be laughing when we catch you, because it's very serious.
Victims have started sharing their stories on social media in hopes of warning the community to be on alert. A Crime Stoppers reward is being offered for information on the case. You're asked to call 1-800-367-2833.
And thousands of migrants are waiting to get processed by Border Patrol this morning. Border communities like Eagle Pass say the surge is overwhelming. On Tuesday, Border Patrol processed about 4,000 migrants. They say this group represents nearly 30 countries, many of them Latin American. In addition to those, Border Patrol says another 4,000 crossed over in this sector. With the holidays just around the corner, Representative Tony Gonzalez expects the crisis to get worse.
In my district, local communities have no further resources to continue sustaining this migrant crisis. I am sounding the alarm as loud as I possibly can.
Gonzalez says he is sending a letter to congressional leaders, and he is pleading for federal help to close what he calls a severe security gap.
The new immigration law in Texas, SB 4, makes entering the country illegally a state crime. It allows local and state officers to arrest those who they suspect are here illegally. Immigration attorney Christina Santiago says not only is SB 4 unconstitutional, it's hard to enforce. She also says those who do get arrested under the law won't have many immediate options.
If a person gets arrested under this bill, the person is going to get deported and won't even have the chance to fight the asylum case in court. And that's the problem with this bill. They are going to arrest any person who enter unlawfully. And person who enter unlawfully, they have rights.
Santiago encourages migrants who have pending asylum cases to have all their documentation readily available. SB 4 is set to go into law in March, but is already seeing legal pushback by immigration advocate groups. So time will tell if the law is upheld in court.
120 migrants from the southern border are in Chicago now. They were flown there as part of Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star. The governor says this group of migrants went by plane because Chicago started cracking down on migrant bus drop-offs. Since early April of 2022, Operation Lone Star has sent 80,000 migrants to several cities like Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and New York City.
In other headlines this morning, it'll be an especially happy holiday season for 10 newly freed hostages and their loved ones.
Yesterday, the former detainees were released by Venezuela, signaling a sign that the country's once frigid relationship with the U.S. is starting to warm.
John Lawrence has the latest in the high-stakes prisoner swap and what the White House is hoping to see.
Free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last. Very emotional, exciting, grateful.
After being wrongfully detained in Venezuela, these Americans are back on U.S. soil just in time for the holiday season.
Honestly, all you think about when you're in prison is how you didn't appreciate being free while you were free.
In addition to the 6 wrongfully detained Americans, Venezuela is releasing 4 additional Americans, according to U.S. officials.
This has been a priority for us broadly. It's also been a priority when it comes to Venezuela. And we want to make sure that our fellow Americans are released. We are also focused on political prisoners.
For the U.S. as part of the agreement, President Joe Biden granted clemency to Alex Saab, an alleged investor for Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The White House says it hopes this move will lead to a more democratic Venezuela.
We made a deal with Venezuela that they'll hold free elections. So far, they've maintained their requirements, and that's it.
And despite this deal, the administration says it isn't resting on its laurels.
Even though we can celebrate their return, the president's not willing to sit on the side while we still have Americans overseas. We have to keep pursuing that.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Now 10 minutes past the hour, 61 degrees.
And still ahead, Samsung's Health app is getting a new feature, how it can help those who need help tracking their daily medication schedule.
You may have already seen some of our stories this season. Holiday scams are very real and in full effect as we're days away from Christmas. Coming up next, the very latest on what you can do to avoid those scams.
And this morning, not feeling too much like Christmas, but we are at 61 degrees and we've been having some pleasant afternoons. And we're going to check in with Sarah Spivey to see what we can actually expect on Christmas morning. And welcome back at 6:14. So whether you're giving or receiving a gift card this holiday season, you may want to check them carefully to make sure you're not falling for a scam.
This morning, the Better Business Bureau is warning that gift card scams are still surging. In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan has more on how you can protect yourself.
They're a popular holiday gift idea, but scammers are increasingly targeting gift cards to steal from you.
Gift card scam reports are up 50% for 2023 over 2022, and we're not even done with the year yet.
The Better Business Bureau is reporting a surge in gift card scams, warning that scammers could be tampering with gift cards and stealing barcodes, or targeting online shoppers and asking them to pay with a gift card that's not from the retailer.
That's a huge red flag. There's a lot of scams that are perpetrated where the scammer is asking for a gift card, such as like a grandparent scam or a utility scam.
The BBB also warns consumers that scammers use other tactics to steal from them too. Before you buy a gift card, here's what to look out for to avoid becoming a victim. 1. Check for stickers covering the barcode by rubbing your finger over the back of the physical card. The stickers may contain a phony barcode, and when it gets scanned at checkout, you'll unwittingly be sending that cash to the scammer's account. 2. Be careful of websites that check your card's balance. The BBB says some sites could use your card's ID number and PIN and drain money from it.
When you buy a gift card and you give that number and that PIN to somebody, that money's gone. So it's really important to know who you're giving it to and what they're going to use it for.
And finally, check for ripped or wrinkled packaging. The BBB says thieves often remove gift cards from the display rack and record the numbers linked to that card, including the activation PIN. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
6:16, 61 degrees.
And still slow going on Highway 90. Let's check back with RJ Marcus.
Yeah, guys, slow going, but it looks like we got a little bit of movement here as we look at right now at US 90 westbound at General McMullen. I'm going to step out of the picture just a little bit here. So over the past 5-10 minutes or so, it looks like we have traffic moving along here after this reported fatal crash, which was further west there on US 90 westbound at 36th Street. So I'm going to show you the maps real quick, kind of give you more of a kind of a larger scale exactly what we were looking at here. So our maps are indicating that Castroville Road right there, which intersects with 90 and 151, was shut down all the way down to 36th Street. So that's why we're seeing this major delay back here further past General McMullen and Couples Road. So wanted to show you real quick just some drive times. Again, it looks like we have this accident that is now starting to move a little bit and maybe been cleared out, but this is going to take you a little bit of while to get to at least 4 410 if you were headed from downtown. So we're looking at about 25 minutes right now. 20 miles per hour is your average speed. But again, our indicator here showing you that from downtown to 410, if you are going 90 westbound, this is going to be something that is going to take you still a little while to kind of get through. So I want to show you one other TransGuide camera shot here, and this is going to be 90 at Couples, and this is good news here. So we saw a significant backup a little while ago, but we do see traffic moving along here in our area. I'm going to check in with TransGuide here in just a little bit, guys, actually once I'm done, and then just kind of get an update on this crash. Again, a reported fatal crash earlier this morning around 2:30, US 90 westbound 36th Street had shut down all westbound lanes of US 90, but it looks like we have traffic now moving through this area. So that's good news.
Oh yeah, big signs of progress. Even during your report, we saw the backup start to dwindle just a little.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So signs of hope there.
Yes,
That's good. And signs of hope. It may feel like Christmas for a little bit on Christmas Day.
Especially in the morning on Christmas Day. And speaking of hope, we need rain. So we are going to see some rain in the coming days. We'll have daily morning fog and drizzle with scattered showers in the mix too. So generally damp through Sunday. But by Christmas, windy and cool. So let's get down to business and talk about what's on the radar right now. Really across the higher elevations, the escarpment, we're starting to see some of the light rain really work its way in. So you can see areas from Kerrville up to Fredericksburg through Comfort down to Boerne, seeing some of that light rain. In fact, we can zoom into the Boerne area and you can see just north of Champion High School and along I-10 there, we have got areas of that light to moderate rain. Take a look out to the east further to Canyon Lake, some light passing rain there. A little bit more organized near San Marcos and Kyle, and east of Seguin toward Luling. That's where we're seeing some of that light rain kind of become more organized. There's also a few showers in DeWitt County and in Lavaca County early this morning, but generally things are fairly quiet around the city of San Antonio, other than some areas of fog starting to thicken up before sunrise here. We've got visibility at about 7 miles at the airport, down to 3 miles in Boerne, and down to 2 miles in Castroville. So we'll have patchy fog and mist through this morning, 64 degrees at 10. It's going to stay fairly cloudy today. A few peaks of sunshine are possible, 66 at noon with isolated rain throughout the day, only about 30% coverage. So passing showers here and there. We'll get up to 69 degrees. Showers become more numerous later on tonight. That's when we have the best chance for more widespread rain is later on this evening. Here's a look at the weather setup. A couple of things I want to pay attention to here. First of all, if you're traveling across the state of Texas today, maybe you're going to hit the roads or your family members hitting the roads across the state of Texas. Just some passing light rain during the day today, so no major issues on the roads other than the traffic. And then further off to the west, we've got a system that's bringing a lot of rain to Los Angeles. More on that in just a bit. But the reason why we're seeing much more humid air out there is because a high pressure system has turned our winds to the southeast. We're tapping into that Gulf of Mexico moisture, and that's why we're going to have daily chances for morning drizzle, daily morning drizzle through the weekend. More on that system out in the Pacific right now, bringing expected 10 inches of rain to Los Angeles. That may cause delays in the airways today, but that same system is going to be bringing rounds of energy and moisture here to San Antonio. So as we look at rain chances, again, this is just a look at shower chances in San Antonio. More isolated today and tomorrow, more widespread Saturday and especially Saturday night, and on Christmas Eve in the morning hours on Sunday. But drizzle is 100% in the morning hours. That's a 100% chance. As far as rainfall goes, hopefully a half an inch of rain in San Antonio. More on that in the next half hour, but for now I want to show you your Christmas forecast. Sunday, Christmas Eve, morning rain then clearing. It's going to be chilly on Christmas morning, near 50 degrees, and cool and comfortable in the afternoon, near 65, with low humidity and windy conditions. After that front moves through on Christmas Eve, next week it's going to be chilly in the mornings and cool in the afternoons. So guys, I have some family, my in-laws coming in next week. They're really going to enjoy the cooler mornings, I think, because they're from Florida, so they never really get those cold mornings, and that's going to be the case next week for us.
And pleasant afternoons.
Absolutely. It's going to be nice Chamber of Commerce weather next week. Until then, we've got some areas of rain through Christmas Eve.
We can handle that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Just about 6:22, 61 degrees.
And the aunt of the 9-year-old girl who was taken while on a bike ride during a family camping trip is now speaking out. Coming up next, the message that she has for others about how this case was handled.
Even the most chill of parents know when it's time to go into protect mode. Nothing kills more viruses on more surfaces than Lysol disinfectant spray.
Mornings. Cough? Congestion? I'm feeling better. All in one and done with new Mucinex Kickstart. Headache?
Better now.
New Mucinex Kickstart gives all-in-one and done relief with a morning jolt of instant cooling sensation. It's comeback season.
Did you know there's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%? Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. Dawn Power Wash has 3 cleaning boosters not found in traditional dish soaps that remove food and grease 5 times faster. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products for counters, stoves, and even laundry stains. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Brand power helping you buy better.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
What was it like in those hours not knowing what happened to your niece or where she might be?
A family on a camping trip when a 9-year-old girl was taken on a bike ride. Her sudden disappearance sparking a massive multi-agency manhunt, thankfully ending with her safe return. And this morning, her aunt is speaking out for the girl's family for the first time to GMA.
You're thinking, like, what if this doesn't end soon? What if we can't find her?
What does justice look like for you and your family?
Well, in a sense, there is no justice because, you know, you wish that this didn't happen in the first place.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of this exclusive interview and the family's message to others about how these sensitive cases are handled. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
And welcome back at 6:26. Samsung's Health app is getting a new feature. The tech company is adding a medication tracker. Users will be able to set up reminders to take their meds and get refills. The tool will list possible side effects of those drugs. The feature is set to appear in an update this week.
Peloton is cutting support for its oldest bike tablet. Starting in June of next year, you'll no longer be able to access classes with the first generation screen tablets sold between 2013 and 2016. Affected customers can get a $500 discount on Peloton's new Modern Bike Plus, or they can buy a replacement touchscreen.
Time now, 6:26 and 61 degrees for now.
Before we head to break right now on KSAT.com, Mia Montgomery and Stephanie Jimenez take a look back at this year's weather from the good to the bad and downright hot. Plus tips to be prepared in case of extreme weather. You can watch the full episode right now. Head to KSAT.com, look for this article. We'll be right back. Good morning outside with Live Cam. If you're not seeing light showers or some drizzle this morning, just stand by. You may see some more. It's become a little bit more numerous as far as area coverage as we've gone throughout GMSA.
Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is December 21st, almost Christmas time.
That's right. Sarah Spivey is in for Mike Ostrich now on holiday break. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yes. So when Mike leaves, that's when I get the kind of dreary weather to talk about. That's the case today. We're going to have pretty much general dampness until Sunday, Christmas Eve, when a cool front is going to move through. Outside right now, fog is not too bad in San Antonio, but visibility is limited to about 7 miles. It's really limited up toward Bernie and near to the escarpment. We've got visibility less than 2 miles there, about 3-mile visibility in Castroville. You can feel the humidity. In some cases, you can see the humidity, and in some places, we're looking at rain. Take a look up in the hill country. We've got light rain starting to spread a little bit further south towards San Antonio. So this is something we're going to be watching throughout the day today. Coverage of showers is going to be fairly low, about 30%. Passing showers is what I like to call it. And so as we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, patchy fog and mist this morning, only 30% coverage of the showers during the day today. We'll get up to about 69 degrees, but later tonight, that's when I expect more rain on the radar, especially after 6 o'clock tonight. So keep that in mind, and we're just getting started with our rain chances. They really peak on Saturday night. But we will see daily morning fog and drizzle, so if you are planning on hitting the roads in the morning hours in the coming days, be prepared for that morning fog and drizzle. We're also going to have generally damp conditions through Sunday. Now, there will be some travel trouble spots, tongue twister, across the nation, not just because there's going to be a lot of people traveling, but because we will have some weather across the nation. I'll highlight some of those locations, and we'll talk about a generally cool Christmas across the state of Texas. Hey, RJ, great news about 90 clearing up there after a major crash.
Yeah, Sarah, we are all clear out there on the near west side, US 90 up to Southwest 36th Street. That was jam-packed, a major delay earlier because of a reported fatal crash there around 2:30 this morning. As we take a look outside TransGuide traffic cameras, you can see that we are smooth sailing now here. 90 westbound at General McMullen, both directions are now moving at their normal pace and normal speed as you make your way out. So that was kind of the biggest thing that we've been following throughout the morning. Again, that closure taking place and around 2:30 and forcing that closure there for about 3 hours or so. So it took a while for crews to clear that out there, but the rest of the city, things are looking great right now. So if you need to head out, there's not any major other crashes or major other incidents to let you know about. Some lingering construction there on the far northeast side over there by 1604 and 35. But again, traffic looking pretty good right now. Let's look at some other cameras because we have not been able to see anything because of that crash. 35 at Space Center, traffic moving pretty good there. 35 Tupper, we mentioned there, kind of some lingering construction there in that area, but traffic is moving in both directions. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
Great update. Thank you, RJ. Family and friends are on their minds, but first, people heading home for the holidays have to get through their flights.
It also involves getting through long lines at the airport. Katrina Weber is live at San Antonio International. And Katrina, we understand the crowds there this morning include a lot of people in camouflage.
Well, that's right. Camouflage as in the military fatigues, members of the military going home for the holidays. This is what's known as the holiday block leave. 4,000 military members headed home over the next 4 days. But that also includes a lot of people here who are just trying to go and see family and friends. Right now, this is a very quiet time compared to what we saw here earlier. In fact, let me give you a look at the video so you can see how it was wall-to-wall people when we arrived around 4:30 this morning. A lot of the members of the military, again, in the crowd. They're all getting a chance to go home. Some of them for the first time since signing up. They're getting a chance to go and see their family and friends in time for Christmas. I spoke to one soldier who says that although his travel has him up in the air, his plans for when he gets home are rock solid.
I'm asleep. I'm going to try and get my mom to make spaghetti and a lot of the stuff that I liked to eat when I was kids. I'm going to try to go to the zoo.
A lot of the comfort foods and experiences that people are looking forward to this holiday season. Now, I did speak with a spokeswoman here at the airport. She says she's stressed. You have to get here early, and that's not just the hour and a half or 2 hours before your flight. Make sure you get here at least 2 hours before your gate time, before the time you actually board your plane, because you'll have to park. I mean, if you can anyway get here, 2-3 hours in advance, that's probably the best advice. Reporting live from the San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Now let's take a look at FlightAware's Missouri travel map this morning. As holiday travel picks up today and tomorrow, we're keeping an eye out on delays. Right now, our area looks good. A couple of delays going out of Dallas at this time, but not too bad, at least for San Antonio.
One of our top stories this morning, cocaine, heroin, and meth found during a drug bust. Kirby's police department found all those drugs yesterday at home just steps away from Kirby Middle School. Police arrested 3 people connected to the house. In addition to narcotics, officers found several trailers and vehicles with the ID numbers scratched off.
We came here to make a point. It's not okay to sell methamphetamines. It's not okay to have cocaine. It's still illegal. You can't even use or possess it. So, yeah, I think it's a successful story today.
We have yet to hear back from Kirby Police about just how many drugs were found and how much they were worth.
Crime Stoppers is asking for your help in finding the person responsible for a robbery on the city's north side. This happened back in October at the Walmart in the 12,000 block of Blanco Road. The suspect on your screen entered the store there and took a bike without paying. Store employees approached him, and the suspect showed a handgun and yelled at the employees. So if you have any information about this incident, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen right now, 210-224-STOP.
Police need your help in another robbery. This one happened at an Academy Sporting Goods on I-35 South. San Antonio police say back on December 10th, 3 people entered the store and grabbed a bunch of items trying to leave the store without paying. That's when a store employee confronted the suspects and tried to take back the items. The employee was hurt and the suspects left the store in a 4-door black sedan. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers at 210-224-STOP.
And to the southern border, the situation described as a disaster by authorities, overwhelmed by the surge of migrants.
Rail lines have been closed, and now, as ABC's Derek Dennis reports, the governor is taking new action.
This morning, the crisis at the southern border going airborne. Texas Governor Greg Abbott releasing video and announcing he's now flying migrants to Chicago, 120 arriving on the first flight because the city, quote, started obstructing and targeting our busing mission. It comes after Abbott signed a law this week that, if upheld, would authorize local police to arrest migrants suspected of crossing the border illegally, a record 12,600 crossing in one day alone. ABC's Maria Villarreal is in Eagle Pass, Texas.
There has been a steady flow of migrants funneling through this grassy pit. One group leaves on a bus and another one is escorted over the riverbank. Just yesterday, 4,400 apprehensions in this area alone. Many will wait 10 to 12 hours just to be processed. Some will wait up to 2 days. Overnight, they'll sleep on this dirt with no shelter, just the clothes on their back and those foil blankets. Processing facilities are full. Agents tell me they are overworked and overwhelmed.
We need to surge immigration judges to the border. This is America. People need to get their cases heard in days, not years. And if they do not qualify for asylum, they need to be deported.
And now growing concern about the economic impact of this surge in migrants. Officials recently closed some rail crossings at the border, halting freight trains that carry everything from produce to auto parts. One rail company says the shutdown is costing $200 million per day. Smugglers play a major role in this crisis. A U.S. official says people acting as travel agents in places as far away as Africa are helping migrants travel to Mexico before being connected with smugglers for the trip to the U.S. border. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
2 former Georgia election workers who were awarded a combined $148 million in a defamation damages case against Rudy Giuliani can begin to try to collect from him immediately. That's what the judge of the D.C. District Court, who oversaw the trial last week, told the attorneys for Shaye Moss and Ruby Freeman. Typically, the plaintiffs would have waited 30 days in other states, but Judge Beryl Howell said they could try to collect right away. Howell said that Giuliani wouldn't reveal his worth before the trial, repeatedly claimed he is broke. The money is to compensate the women for damages that Giuliani caused when he publicly stated the women participated in election fraud.
Listen to this morning. The iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington has been vandalized with red paint. The paint was seen on some of the steps of the memorial with the word Gaza, G-A-Z-A. National Park Service staffers were working Wednesday to clean off the paint, as you can see here. Officials say that cleanup process might require multiple treatments over several days. Until then, the steps on the west side of the reflecting pool will remain closed. Well, another San Antonio area school will close its doors. Trustees at South San ISD have voted to close West Campus High School. Last night's votes, based on the superintendent's recommendation, West Campus will close in the 24-25 school year. Like many other local districts, South San Antonio has experienced financial hardship. Its board voted earlier this year to close Athens Elementary, Kindred Elementary, and Kazan Middle School. Right now it is 6:41, 61 degrees.
You want to stay healthy this holiday season. Coming up next, some ideas of foods that will keep you full, but they're still good for you. Welcome back at 6:44. Well, during your holiday festivities, you may find yourself overindulging, but keep in mind that can be dangerous, especially for those with congestive heart failure, kidney disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure.
The good news is there are healthy alternatives that taste the same or even better. Alexa Lorenzo has the details.
Turkey, potatoes, and pie. Oh my! What are you looking forward to the most?
I like the traditional turkey and dressing and all that good stuff, you know.
The baked ham.
But splurging on your favorite foods can really add up.
So of course you have the turkey,
sweet potato, either with casserole, marshmallows, or just roasted vegetables, mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce.
But most of these delicious foods are high in salt. In fact, the traditional meal can surpass 2,000 milligrams of salt. So here are some tips and healthy alternatives for those holiday favorites. First, the turkey. Instead of buying and wasting the whole bird, try a turkey breast as it has lower calories than dark meat. Avoid deep frying and roast it instead.
Turkey, it's a protein source. So we always want to encourage people to have protein.
Box stuffing is also high in sodium, so for a healthier side, you can make homemade stuffing. Use ingredients like whole wheat bread, low sodium broth, onion, celery, and fresh herbs. Next, who can resist the cranberry sauce? Canned cranberry sauce is high in high fructose corn syrup. For a healthier version, use fresh cranberries. Some other swaps, eating steamed green beans instead of a green bean casserole, will save you almost 175 calories. Mashed potatoes with skim milk, another 50 calories. And remember, if you do decide to go for it, you can always get back on your healthy diet tomorrow. I'm Alexa Lorenzo reporting.
All tasty options, but none of those are particularly fun.
Not the
and everything
same.
I see is going to need extra salt anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe the bad stuff in small portions.
There you go. I like that. Yes.
Compromise.
Why deprive ourselves for the holidays? 6:46.
Let's check back with RJ now. A mess on I-10.
Yeah, guys, we went from the west side to now the east side here as we have a crash being reported by TxDOT here at I-10 East and Loop 410 South. What you're looking at right now, again, is this southbound traffic on Loop 410 right there at the I-10 East exit. We have multiple emergency vehicles there. And again, I just got off the phone with TransGuide. They said that they did spot a collision there, and this is being reported as by TxDOT as a crash right now. Let's see what this looks like on our maps right now, and you can see we're already seeing a pretty good buildup here for our drivers coming south on 410 up to Dietrich Road and maybe even closer up to 35 right now. So this is going to be affecting traffic headed down to East Houston Street and further south there to Rigsby Avenue. So again, we have a crash being reported there, Loop 410 southbound at I-10. That's the biggest thing we're following right now. Again, we have cleared out that crash, that major crash there on the west side there at US 90 and 36th Street. So that's good news. But again, now we have another crash here east side, and it's been a very, very busy morning, guys, for our drivers. If you're headed out for the holidays, maybe headed out last day of work before the holiday break, just some things you're going to have to deal with this morning.
I hope it's not tricky for the evening commute and then through tomorrow as well, but I guess it could be.
It could be, yeah.
Especially if you factor in what are roads.
I know, yeah, we're going to have daily morning drizzle over the coming days. So keep that in mind if you're planning on traveling. Now, speaking of rain, let's take a look at the Authority radar. You can see really that the main area of rain is confined to the higher elevations in the hill country, but we're starting to see that light rain spread a little bit further south. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hill country right now from Bandera County up to Kerrville. Some light rain near Comfort and Fredericksburg as well, and in Kendall County closer to Candalia. We've got some rain near Canyon Lake and on the northeastern portion of Bexar County into Comal County, getting some rain from Bulverde to Smithson Valley and then out towards Startsville and Canyon Lake as well. The main area of rain for Guadalupe County is right on the edge of northern Guadalupe County here up towards San Marcos and Kyle and toward Austin. We've also got some coastal showers too developing. So today is going to be really hit or miss for the showers. If you live around San Antonio, you can see it's more widespread in the hill country. Coverage should be about 30% today. But the big story, of course, is that we're going to have daily chances for mist and drizzle in the morning hours through Sunday. Take a look outside right now. Areas of fog out there as we take a look at some of the locations around south central Texas. Here's a look at New Braunfels at 62, visibility down to 9 miles. Seguin 61, Bernie 59, visibility down to 3 miles there. It's a very mild morning. You know, we on average see high temperatures in the 60s, but we're starting off in the 60s instead this morning. So looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, areas of fog and mist this morning. Throughout the day today, it's going to be mainly cloudy, perhaps a few peaks of sunshine, but we're really going to be locked into those over overcast skies. Now only a 30% chance for a few isolated showers during the day. Higher chances the further north you go, and higher chances tonight too. That's when I expect to see more activity on the radar around San Antonio later on tonight after sunset. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to go out and look at Christmas lights. It might be best to just drive through some of the local neighborhoods because of that rain chances. And speaking of rain chances, we're going to have daily chances for rain through Sunday, with our best chance for rain on Saturday night as we head into Christmas Eve. Now, this doesn't account for the drizzle. The drizzle is 100% in the morning. We're 100% going to get drizzle. This is just for shower coverage and even a few storms as well. So let's take a look at some travel trouble spots across the nation. If you're traveling across Texas today, just some light rain up toward Dallas. That's going to be the only issue there. But out to the west near Los Angeles, they're expected to see up to 10 inches of rainfall today. So that could cause some issues with flights and things like that. As we head into Friday, an area where we could see a hiccup is up near Milwaukee and the Great Lakes. Also along the Pacific Northwest, that's where we're going to have a dynamic storm system. And that same storm system that's bringing 10 inches of rain to Los Angeles will be moving across the Four Corners region, so that by Saturday there will be snow in the Rockies, and on Saturday around Texas some light rain. So if you're hitting the roads on Saturday, be prepared for some light rain in spots, and especially on Sunday in the morning hours along I-35 toward Dallas and out east toward Houston. That's going to allow for a front to move through, and we will have a very pleasant Christmas day across Texas. About cool in the Panhandle in the 40s, cool around Dallas in the 50s. San Antonio, we're going to be at 65 degrees on Christmas Day in the afternoon. But the morning will be chilly, down near 50, and then into next week, we'll have cold mornings and cool afternoons. But until then, we'll be keeping track of the daily chances for rain on air, online, and don't forget that KSAT Weather Authority app. We'll send you the forecast right to your pocket. More news after the break.
Again, it's kind of mild out there outside with live cam. Expect some mist and drizzle. We'll talk to Sarah in a sec. Back to RJ for a check of our traffic.
That's right.
Things just staying busy out there on your Thursday morning. Taking a look here at Loop 410 southbound, we have a crash there, right there at that I-10 East interchange. So again, it's going to be causing some delays there for our drivers on the east side. I'll go ahead and step out of the way here as we take one quick look at the maps here. You can see traffic is now backed up past Dietrich Road, getting toward 35, and this is going to be affecting traffic headed from down south to East Houston Street and Rigsby Avenue. So we'll continue to follow this, give you more updates throughout our 7 o'clock hour. Sarah, how are things looking?
Well, we've got rain across the hill country right now, some light to moderate rain across the hill country, but we will see a 30% chance for that rain here in San Antonio throughout the day. It's going to be fairly damp until Christmas Eve. That's when a front moves through in the midday hours. That'll allow for us to have a very pleasant Christmas day, a chilly morning, a comfortable afternoon, cold mornings next week behind that front.
Looks better next week.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
If I bring in eggnog tomorrow, would you guys share some with me?
Absolutely.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Okay, all right.
Sure.
I've got to remember to bring it in.
Yes. Keep us in the Christmas spirit. We'll see you guys later at 9.